watching SportsBeat.
All right, so far this season, the Jazz have had the most difficult road schedule in the NBA. 19 of their first 30 games have been on the road. Most of their opponents have been over 500. Well, yesterday, they took a road trip, all right, south of the border to Mexico City to hook up with Orlando. This was the fourth time the Jazz have played in Mexico, but this was the first regular season game they played there. Magic beat the Jazz by 9, but the experience was well worth the trip for the players.
I think it was a wonderful experience. I think it was a lot of our first time here. The fans was amazing. The atmosphere was amazing. It is a great place. I think we all enjoyed it. Wish we could have got a win, but, maybe next time. But definitely enjoyed the experience we had in Mexico. So thank you.
And the food.
Disfrutamos mucho nuestro.
Food is always good, right? All right, 3 games this past week for the Jazz. They go 1-2. The only win coming at home against the Rockets. Let's rewind.
Off these turnovers. Got to create some easy baskets. Pace.
Favors up top. And the assist to Ricky. Has to hurry. He's at half court. Lets it fly. Horn sounds. Oh! Half court bucket. Yeah, they'll review it, but that's going home for 3. Picked off. Turnover. Noel took it. Here's a lob up top. Diallo. Another turnover through the hands of Mitchell. George up top. Getting ugly. Grant.
Here's Adams grabbing Gobert.
Rudy down.
And then he pulls him down. There's words.
Yeah, it didn't take long on the walk by.
Yeah, we usually weren't efficient offensively. Either didn't get a good shot or turned it over. But you put yourself behind the 8 ball, and you have to almost be lucky or perfect to get back in the game and win.
You can't turn the ball over. I had 6 of my own. I think I had the most on the team, but you got to be strong with the ball. Got to be aggressive, and defensive rebounding we got to work on.
Listen in as they introduce Dwayne Wade. Slides it out to Korver. Quick catch and shoot 3. Wow. Wow. Quick Korver. Dante to Korver. Bang. Kyle. Now the Jazz pick up the dominating win. 111-84. Plays his final game at Vivint Smart Home Arena. The 16-year vet says farewell to Salt Lake.
Magic Donovan into a soccer jersey right there. Abel Luchador. Jake Crowder.
Phase. He's in the paint. Wrap around. Scores table. It's a dump down. Favors. Thank you. 2 hands in there. Have to be able to score this. Johnson takes the 3. 3 down to 2. He's got Rudy. Has a.
A few things that we broke down on, and a few of their guys, Ross in particular, Fournier, making plays. It's a great experience to be here and to play, and I wish we would have played better and won.
I stand corrected. The 1 win this week came against the Heat, not the Rockets. The Jazz will be in Houston to take on the Rockets tomorrow night. 1 bowl game in the books. The Aggies rolling over the Green Machine.
Aggies pick it up. Wide open on the far sideline. Caught. And here we go.
A record-setting New Mexico Bowl for Utah State.
Ready? And the red team scores again.
And the Utes lost 2 coaches this week to Utah State. Is there another one on the way out?
You're watching SportsBeat.
Man, I was looking at you. I said, this dude look like he's ready to fly a plane or something.
I don't know if I play. I'm ready to win the game, though.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Here comes the blitz. Aggies pick it up. Wide open on the far sideline. Caught. And here we go. 45, 50, 30, 25, 10, 5. And that is a Utah State touchdown. Aaron Vaughn's with the score. Hand off to Torrey. Torrey gets the first down. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, North Texas. And they're an extra point away from tying this game up. Handoff right up the middle to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Gerald Bright into the end zone. And that is a Utah State touchdown. Glove keeps it himself to the 5, into the end zone. He fooled everybody, myself included, and Utah State has a touchdown. Love pump fakes to the right, comes back to the left, has Aaron Vaughn's open. Aaron with a jump cut to the 25 to the 20. Here we go, 15, 10, 5. Aaron Vaughn's touchdown, number 2 for the Aggie offense. And Utah State leads 28-7.
It's a special feeling. It's great. It's a grateful feeling, I can say, actually. These men work hard. They put in the effort in the offseason.
Here comes a late blitz. Plenty of time to throw. Has a man wide open, and it is caught at the 30, 20, 10, 5. Jalen Green, here we go. Touchdown, Utah State. Aggies bring the blitz, jumps it down, intercepted. DJ Williams with another interception to the 25. Biggs back to the middle of the field, will take a big hit, spins out of it to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, and out of bounds at about the 49-yard line.
Honestly, I thought it was going to be a close game. I didn't think it was going to be a blowout. But, I mean, it is what it is. We came and played hard, and it happened.
And Martin wants to throw. It's up, and it's caught, and it'll be a North Texas touchdown. 25-20, 10-5 touchdown. North Texas on a 75-yard touchdown. Pass to Jalen Guyton. Well, that's a good way to get things started for North Texas. Handoff to Bright, walking, standing into the end zone. That is a Utah State touchdown.
It's just great. That's all I got to say. All praise to God, you know what I'm saying? I'm gleeful. Hey, we gleeful. No, we gleeful. Get in here. We gleeful with it. How does it feel? 11 wins. How does it feel? It feels great, man. I ain't never won a ring in my life. So for me to get my first one, it feels amazing.
Looking to throw, looking deep to the far sideline, into double coverage. Aaron Wade with an interception to the 35-yard line. Love waits, steps up in the pocket, throws to the middle of the field. It's caught by Tarver. Tarver walks into the end zone. There's a senior receiver that needed a touchdown as well. Tarver's got it. He's got the score. He'll get a 15-yard penalty as the Aggies celebrate into the end zone. 51-13.
Oh, yeah, we definitely felt that good. I mean, that's the only way we can send the seniors out right with a win like that.
We come to the end of the New Mexico Bowl. We come to the end of the 2018 Utah State football season. The Aggies, for only the second time in school history, get 11 wins. It's been an incredible run for this Utah State team, and it's all capped off with a 52-13 dominating win over North Texas in the New Mexico Bowl.
The Aggies rolled up 556 yards, became the highest scoring team in a single season in the Mountain West Conference history, and tied a school record with 11 wins. Now, one of the anchors on that offensive juggernaut, senior center Quinn Ficklin. Jeremiah Jensen caught up with Quinn following the game on yesterday, his final game in Aggie Blue.
Quinn, yeah, I mean, you talked yesterday. You said you guys were together.
Yep.
You weren't worried.
Nope.
I saw the confidence in your eyes, and it played out here today.
Yeah, you know, frankly, I felt we left a lot on the field, didn't score as much. We got the red zone a couple times, didn't finish. So there's a lot of things we could have done better. 52, we'll take it, but we should have scored a lot more.
11 wins, tied for the most in school history. This is a special team. What was it like to be part of it?
It was really cool to be part of it. You know, never thought I'd be here. Never thought this would be the way it played out. But you know, sometimes you get things better than you'd ever think and ask for. So it was perfect for us this year.
You personally, I mean, this has been a roller coaster of a college football experience for you. You started at BYU, and then you come up here, and now you're in this position. What's it been like for you? How would you wrap it up?
It feels weird that it's over, for sure. But I would say that, you know, for me, it's been something I always believed in myself. I have a great family and support system that has believed in me that I could do this. And, you know, having to walk on it 2 places was very financially stressing to my family, and they were always committed to me and helped me do all these things that I want to do and live my dreams. And I would just say for anybody out there who, because I was even doubted by coaches at the collegiate level, coaches at the high school level saying, you know, you're too small, you'd never be able to make it. You know, just don't listen to what everybody else says that you can do and spite everybody. Just spite them. Just do things because they say you can't and do it. And then I wouldn't say rub your success in their face, but they'll eat their hat saying you can't do things if you believe in yourself.
All right, Quinn Ficklin, he will be missed. A good one at Utah State. All right, time to dust off the archives, brought to you by 1-800-GOT-JUNK. In honor of the Aggies' record-setting season, tying a school record with 11 wins. The only other time that has happened in Utah State history, 2012, when they went 11-2 in the WAC and beat Toledo in the Potato Bowl. Bobby Wagner, Robert Turbin, they were stars on that team. And, of course, following that Potato Bowl, Gary Andersen left to become the head coach at Wisconsin. The 52 points yesterday gave the Aggies the Mountain West record for most points in a single season with 618, passing BYU when they put up 608 points in the 2001 season when they were a member of the Mountain West. The first season under Gary Croton. Brandon Doman, Luke Staley, Reno Mahe, Brett Kiesel, Brady Papinga, they were all some of the stars for that year for the BYU Cougars. Meanwhile, the Utes now 15 days away from the Holiday Bowl with Northwestern in San Diego, and Utah will be without at least 2 coaches for that game. Of course, Gary Andersen left to become the head coach of Utah State. Then on Thursday, Whittingham announced that linebacker coach Justin Enna would go with Andersen to Logan, become the Aggies defensive coordinator. Now listen to Whittingham's interview on Thursday, especially those last few words.
Great opportunity for Justin. It's a chance for him to run his own defense, and you know, most all assistant coaches aspire to be coordinators. Coordinators aspire to be head coaches. I mean, that's just how it is. And when you have success, and you know, those things seem to happen more prevalently. And you know, last year we lost nobody. This year, you know, it looks like you know, we've already lost a couple, and maybe more. Who knows?
And maybe more. What did he mean by that? When we heard that on Thursday, we thought that Kyle knew something was in the works with another one of his coaches. How about offensive coordinator Troy Taylor? Is that the guy he's talking about? Reports from the Sacramento Bee is that Taylor is one of 3 finalists to become the head coach at Sacramento State. Taylor is from Sacramento, but if he did leave Utah for the Sacto job, he would have to take about a $300,000 to $400,000 pay cut. An announcement could come as early as tomorrow. We also learned on Thursday that linebacker Chase Hansen is questionable for the Holiday Bowl. Whittingham said that Hansen is a little bit beat up, and it remains to be seen if he'll be able to play. And Britton Covey underwent surgery to repair a torn ACL and meniscus this week, and Britton's brother, Stephen, put this out on Twitter this week, saying, Britton would never tell anyone, but he broke his wrist in the first quarter of the Arizona game, and he played with that broken wrist for the second half of the season. Man, oh man, that is giving it up for your team right there, Britton Covey.
Gary Andersen is the answer, and Gary Andersen is home. It's great to have Gary here. Come on out and talk to us, Gary. Give him a big welcome.
Yeah, Gary Andersen introduced Tuesday as the new head football coach at Utah State almost 10 years to the day after he began his first stint in Logan. Andersen was the Utah State head coach from 2009 to 2012. Jeremiah caught up with Andersen as he gets ready for his encore performance at Utah State.
You know, this is the only color blue I could wear, I'll tell you that much. I couldn't wear the blue on the other side, that's for sure.
It was almost 10 years ago to the day you were introduced as head coach here. Is it surreal to be doing this again 10 years later?
It is. It's amazing to be in this position. The best thing of the whole thing is 10 years ago, almost to the days, you said, I got a ticket driving up here because we were scrambling to get here on time, but this time we were not. So, see, I've grown, I've matured in that
older
area
and wiser.
Also. Exactly. So, no, it is awesome. And you know what's really special is to come back and see, I've never been inside here. It is special. This is a big, big time, you know, environment and setting that we've been able to sit in here. But to be back it's an opportunity that, you know, I was hoping would come our way, and I knew the chances probably weren't great that it would come our way. That doesn't happen very often, but it sure did, and we're excited to get to work and get after it as a family. We're excited, and it's awesome.
10 years ago, you had to rebuild this program, and the culture here was not where it needed to be. You had to try to build this in a winter. That's not the case this time.
Well, it's very different. The great thing is Matt has put his spin on everything within the program, right? But there's still a lot of things that we believe in. And so there's change a little bit here and there anytime. It doesn't matter if it's a new position coach, a new coordinator, a new head coach. There's always some things that change. But it is very different than when I was here last time. There is no doubt about it. These guys have played at an extremely high level this year. They're fun to watch. They're exciting on offense. They're physical. They're tough on defense. They run to the football. Special teams that are dynamic, that make plays all over the place. So this is a football team that you need to continue to build to. Logan's different to recruit to than when I was here last time. It's just a different town. It's a different field in a very positive way. The school's grown. There's more students. There's buildings that I've never seen, you know, before, except just driving through here when I come and visit in the summer. So, you know, the one thing that hasn't really changed is my house. And tonight I get to go lay down and sleep in my house. So that's an awesome part of the transition this time.
The things that have changed, you're a grandpa.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a long journey for you. You had 2 Power 5 jobs, and here you are. What's changed about you in that time since you were here last?
If I say something that's changed is I don't think there's much left out there to surprise me. The core of athletics as a whole and student athletes, and specifically talking about football, the core for me has never changed. It's always about the kids. It's always about the opportunity to be around them when it's good and when it's bad and when it's not so good. And it's about the relationships. So no different there. Never was as a position coach, a coordinator, or as a head coach, or whether I was at Wisconsin, Oregon State, or I was here or Utah. You know, if I've changed in any way, shape, or form, I just say it's just experience, you know, knowledge, situations to make sure that I've seen a lot, and I think I can understand, you know, how to head off some things that aren't maybe going so well, or put us in a position to be able to continually stay ahead of the game a little bit.
All right, we have more with Gary Andersen when we come back. Gary will talk about what happened at Oregon State and how that will help him in his second go-around in Logan. Well, a lot has happened to Gary Andersen since he left Utah State in 2012. A couple of years at Wisconsin, then at Oregon State, where Andersen abruptly resigned as head coach in the middle of his 3rd year. Let's go back to Jeremiah now as Gary tells us what he learned from that Oregon State experience.
So you mentioned some of those ups and downs, and there's times when things didn't go well. Things did not end the way you wanted to at Oregon State. What happened there, and what did you learn from that experience that can make you a better coach?
Well, you know, there's always difficult times somewhere out there. And football, for my family, for myself, has been unbelievable. It's an unbelievable story, and I think we've given a lot back to football. You know, we ran into a tough stretch at Oregon State, and I told myself when it was over with there at Oregon State that was I'm always going to do my best to protect the kids, and I know that came with extreme, you know, criticism. I don't see social media. I don't in the middle of the social media, but I know when you do what I did and walk away from what I walked away from, people deem that as something was wrong. There was an issue. Obviously, there was problems and there were scenarios, but all I can say about Oregon State is I had great kids. Obviously, it wasn't the right place for us in that setting, in that situation, but I learned from those struggles. You know, I learned to make sure that you work with your values and the core that you believe in, regardless of the coaches that are around you. You put your thumb on them, you grind them, you have high expectations, you hold them accountable to those young men every single day.
With that said, are you grateful for this opportunity you have now to come back here? You mentioned earlier, this is not something that happens very often. To take over this program in a situation that it is now, with so much opportunity to have success here, how grateful are you for this? How excited are you for this opportunity?
Well, you know, again, I don't really know what the words to say to put it into context of how grateful we are and how excited we are. How, you know, it just you wake up and you're ready to go, I guess, right? But to be, it's you know, when it's the place where you started and you're able to have the success that we had and do so many things that hadn't been done for such a long time. Those are special memories, and now to be able to walk back into that setting and, you know, hopefully get to the point where you can take the next step, because I don't think anybody would say, you know, the next step is we'd like to see Utah State football be, you know, consistent wins, wherever you want to put that tag on there, but consistently a good football team and get some spot in a position to play some special games in November. You win them, and then all of a sudden you have a special season, right? You know, similar to what happened to them this year. This is a very, very special year. Those opportunities you want to see pop up. You know, not once every 10 years. You want to see them pop up and build a consistent winner with a great group of kids.
A proven quarterback in Jordan Love returning. You got an All-American linebacker in Woodward returning. Man, you've got some great personnel to work with. Have you really studied the personnel that they have here, and they've had success? How do you take them to another level?
I have watched the TV versions. You're right. There's some special players, and you mentioned 2 of them. You know, if you can start this thing with the quarterback, and Jordan he's a special player. And Woodward flies all over the football field. He plays like the rest of that defense does, right? Physical, tough-minded guys. And so those are great starting points. The key for us is to make sure that now we look and see who's missing, who's developing, where are they at in their development, so we can put the right people into those positions to be able to, take another step of consistency. And so to break that down and then have an opportunity to go get them, it's about hiring coaches. But I'll just tell you this, it is not difficult to have a very, very long list of great coaches, and it's much like being the amount of people that want to come and be involved in this job right now, and the high-level coaches that want to be in this job right now, it's much like it was when I went to Wisconsin. People want to be here. There's something about this place that attracts them.
Now, Andersen is quickly filling out his coaching staff. Justin Enna, of course, defensive coordinator. Mike Sanford Jr. is offensive coordinator. And today, Jason Phillips was named the passing game coordinator. Phillips was a receiver for 3 years in the NFL. He's coached with the Minnesota Vikings, the Atlanta Falcons, at Oregon State, Houston, and also SMU. Now, just in case you missed it, last night, BYU and UNLV meeting for the first time in 7 years, and it was worth the wait as far as drama goes. BYU trailed by 17.5, making a huge comeback. Yoli Childs cuts the lead to 2 with just over 4 minutes left. Just over 2 minutes left. Jashir Hartnett and one makes the free throw, and now the Cougars have a 2-point lead. After a couple of Rebel free throws tied up, Zach Celius had a shot to win it. No, we go to overtime. Down 1, 20 seconds left. Hartnett again inside. Gives BYU a 1-point lead, but UNLV's got a chance to win it.
It's good. Oh, my goodness. UNLV wins it.
Noah Robotham at the buzzer to beat BYU in a classic last night by 2. The 10-round National Finals Rodeo wrapped up last night in Las Vegas. Utah had 11 Cowboys going for a world title. We didn't get one, but we did have some of Cowboys battling up until the final day yesterday. Caleb Bennett of Tremont, and he was in the top 2 coming into the NFR, top 2 in the world. He slipped down a few spots in the 10-day rodeo. He finished 6th in the world in bareback. Casey Field finished 7th. Mason Clements of Springville 9th. Rusty Wright right here of Milford finished 2nd in the world in saddle bronc. His uncle Coburn Bradshaw 4th. Rusty's brother Ryder 5th. Jake Wright 11th. This is Joe Frost of Randlet. He finished 3rd in the world in bull riding. Tyler Bingham of Honeyville 11th in the bulls. Ren Richard of Roosevelt placed 15th in the team roping. When we come back, maybe this will help you get in the Christmas spirit, huh? Or not. Hope.
Anytime he touches the ball, explosive things can happen. He's a player.
Well, this Saturday at 6 p.m. on SportsBeat, our KSL Game Night Live High School Football Award Show, we will hand out the Player of the Year Award, as well as MVPs in each classification. It's our Game Night Live High School Football Award Show this Saturday, 6 o'clock on SportsBeat. All right, now let's check out our great clips of the week, and we begin with Utah State running back Gerald Bright on Friday before the New Mexico Bowl, moonlighting as an ace reporter.
Great clips of the week.
Yo, what's happening, man? It's my dog Jordan Love, my dog Quinn Ficklin. We out here in New Mexico, Albuquerque, turning up for the squad, representing.
You gotta use the mic.
Representing Utah State. You know how we doing it, man. You know, we having fun, living free, but you know it's all business at the end of the day. We gotta get this dub for the team. You know what I'm saying? What you got to say, Jay?
Man, it's been fun being out here in New Mexico, but yeah, got this game tomorrow and we ready for it. Ready to get this win. So how you feeling about it, Quinn?
Feeling pretty good. You know, had a couple good days of practice here. Everybody's locked in. Not much to do, and so all we're focused on is winning the game. So we came here to win a game, and that's all we're here for. 4 days in Albuquerque, a lot of film, a lot of practice, and having a good time, but all that matters is winning. So
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, Gerald Bright, 103 yards rushing in the bowl game. Not only a stud on the field, but a pretty good sportscaster as well, right? He is one funny dude. Oh, and then there's this. Just soak it in, kids. Just soak it in. That's the Cedar City Santa at Southern Utah's game yesterday when their big overtime win over Pepperdine. Santa's supposed to be jolly, right? Well, can't get any jollier than that. If you got it, own it, right? Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, everybody. Hey, the Utah Jazz got a busy week. They're at the Rockets tomorrow. They're home against the Warriors on Wednesday, at the Blazers on Friday, then back home against the Thunder on Saturday. But it all begins tomorrow in Houston. That's it for us. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we didn't ruin your night with that last piece of video from the Jolly One himself. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you later.